that's before it changed. When they put the cushions on, the top cushion was just slightly this way.
So I've just clicked the record button, so if you're watching this after the broadcast, it's currently 1-0 to the Old Farmhouse. We've got Gary and Tinks playing the second frame.
No good leaving it to my co-commentator. He doesn't commentate as well as me. Oh, you wouldn't get a point, did you?
There's only one mouth in the south.
Nice. Cheers, mate. Very original, that one. Very original. What do you think this game's going to go like then? Is this a practice frame?
No, this is an actual second frame. I reckon it's going to be tight. They're both trying to cover pockets. I can actually see better on the screen than I can.
Yeah, you can see, exactly. It's better to watch it on the laptop than it is.
It's like watching on someone's phone.
What do you think the overall score is going to be then?
I'm hoping it's going to go the length, 3-all and decided frame.
Yeah, it'd be good. Be good for the 14 watchers we've got online. Any of you online want to comment on the Southampton Regional Pool League page? Go onto Facebook, type in Southampton Regional Pool League, and you'll find our Facebook page. Put your comments on there and I'll be able to shout them out to you. We've got 15 viewers now.
Okay, we've got 15 viewers. How many of those are players in teams that have not registered yet? Looking at the league tables, where the teams are marked in green if you've registered, I reckon all of them. Don't forget the registration shuts on the 14th December at 5 o'clock, but if we get a sudden flurry we may have to cut off earlier, so best get in there. A flurry of entries collected now for entries to a pool league. It's a flurry, otherwise there will be a murder of crows. Yeah, so get in quicker, sooner rather than later, to guarantee your entry. Stats for you.
So, Old Farmhouse's route to the final was. How was that set out?
That's first round was King's Arms A.
First round was King's Arms A. Second round was Yacht Tavern. Third round was the Bitterne Park Social Club. Then the Bays Club. And then the Saints. Yeah, the Bays. And Brass Monkey's route to the final was Station A, Elephant and Castle B, Fleming Arms, Chapel Arms, and the Hop-In, who are actually another Premier League team with them, that just missed out on the final week. The Old Farmers has played 12, won 10, and had won 7-0. They've got 66 points, and their league position is first so far. This is in the Prem, same as the Brass Monkey. The last meeting of the Old Farmhouse won 4-3 between these two teams, and Brass's current league situation is at 11 played, 8 won, no 7 goals, and 55 points. They've got 11 points behind in second place.
And they've got one more game to play, and it's not going to make any difference.
So the Old Farmhouse have won the Premier League.
They have indeed. Will they win the Tuesday Cup, which is the final we're watching right now? And then on Thursday they're playing a Yacht at the Brass Monkey for the Thursday Team Cup knockout final. You never know. They're currently top of the Thursday division as well, I believe.
I think they are, yeah.
They could well do the quadruple. And good God, we won't hear the end of it.
Hopefully.
Especially once their name is the Shaggers.
The Shaggers, that's it,
yeah. We do like to see it happen.
The SAD bastards. Shield and Dagger bastards.
Wow.
I think should be their new name. Stitch up on their tops, it should be Shield and Dagger, SAD, Shield and Dagger.
Mr. Elliot, Christ, we have a
Shaggers, that was
young
Mikey,
group.
wasn't it?
We have a young group watching this now, and you're swearing. Can't believe it.
It's a child that's born out of wedlock, actually. It's
Technical term, it's in the dictionary. It's in the dictionary. Okay, come on, head on the pullback now. Head on the pullback, come on. Christ, you're always sidetracking, aren't you? You never find me sidetracking, ever. Oh! Arsenal nearly scored then. I'm sorry, I'm talking about... Tink, 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 ticks up behind the red. And he gets out of it. There you go.
Black looks pretty tied up there though, so I think he's pretty safe to just take a risky attempt to get out of that snooker.
If anyone wants to know, that cue that Tinks is holding is my old cue.
Told you it could do quite well. Oh, it's good effort. Ah, it's unlucky on the black position.
I did buy it for £50 and did sell it to him for 90 after 7 years.
Like a fine wine, it's aged.
Aged beautifully. I remember just after that, after selling it to him, I knocked in a 65 with it. Then I wanted it back. Can you turn the power? What? What is what? Stop you moving, but can you turn the power right for nice one, Dotty, nice one, nice little comeback there. Dotty Murphy, can you turn up the power?
He's only getting parts of the line straight when he's breaking up a little bit.
And Ryan A. Swats.
Still Wi-Fi.
The only English you can do is
Hung the
breakfast.
router out the window of the office.
Line of sight. Speed it up a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, Dotty, we're running on Wi-Fi here, as opposed to when we were at the yacht. We had an infinity connection. I think we were hardwired into it as well. So it's as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear enough and see enough to understand what's going on.
It's funny that though, because quite a few years ago, people used to be going, "Why aren't you on broadband? You're on dial-up." And now we're on Wi-Fi and we're not on infinity. It's awful. We're not on dial-up. Imagine if it was on dial-up. Yeah. Imagine if it was on dial-up, eh? Christ, you'd be struggling then, definitely. It'll be videos like Crime Watch, all jerky on the screen. What's on it? Dial up was like that. Never used to be able to stream anything on dial up, ever. No, we're only on Wi-Fi and we're not on infinity. Right. You get out there from things. He's nominated in the middle pocket.
Middle pocket, yeah.
This might go past here, eh? We have to try and change the angle of it a little bit. He's got it. And he's nailed it! Very, very good shot. See you to the Farmhouse.
Playing in a singles
We usually, on these cup finals, we usually do a commentary interview with the players that win. Well, we haven't had an interview from any of them yet.
You want to get him over and sit him down?
Want an interview? Right. Go on, sit down there. Take a seat. Take a seat. See? Yeah, that's it. Sit down there. Take a seat down there. Oi, Melvin, get down there. You can do an interview for your team. Right, none of the winners so far want an interview. So currently we're uninterviewless. Tinks. You want a quick interview? No. Doesn't want to give his identity away. Yeah. Do you want to? How do you think it's going for you today? Oh, awesome. Singles champions on. Singles champions on. Why are you putting Aaron Pello's name down there? Yeah, well done. So next up on the score sheet is, what are you trying to do? Zoom into my spots or something? Next up on the score sheet is Melvin Harridge when he's up against Wolfie. Two good players there, really good players. It's going to be a good game. Well worth to watch. Well worth to watch, and then he goes and misses something like that. Huh? It's your round, I just got that last one in. I just put you one in, it says one in. Have you got it yet? Have you got the one that I just put in? Go and get the one that I'll put in then. I thought that was what I was getting you in. Come on, the money. What do you mean you got no money? Playback. Are you joking? Spite you getting him on here? Spite you getting him a point? What? What are his best pals? Yeah, not at a bar. Not at a bar. Can you get me one then? Come on, man. Oh, two Fosters then, yeah? Yeah, she's fine. Oh, two Fosters. 280 each. 1.5 Fosters. Huh? 1.5, good shit, go. No, no. I've just been too busy commentating, so that's why. I haven't finished it. What happened there?
I'm not sure, I don't think Seabull's hit a cushion. I didn't catch that Aaron Smith in.
No, I think only one ball hit.
It's foul back, just re-rack, isn't it?
Well, this is news, you can play it from there with two shots, or re-rack it with two shots if you don't put off the break. Is that right?
So yeah.
You can play from this position with two shots. That's a brilliant shot. You threw that brilliantly.
It's a good question, I don't know all the rules, I'll have a look.
And you're the chairman of the league, you don't know all the rules.
I don't know all of them, do I?
So, the rule is you can play from wherever it is with two shots, or you can re-rack them and have two shots. But if you put off the break, you only get one. Is that right? I'm sure a few of you out there, of the 10 we have now, we did have 15, it's gone down to 10. I'm sure of the 10 out there that are watching, if you do want to know the rules, this is a perfect time to learn them. Because even the chairman wouldn't know what they were. Does that mean you can get me a better chair? You're the chairman?
Yes, the chairman, not a seatman.
You're the chairman, not a seatman. So, I think he might have two shots on this now. Oh. Arsenal missed that. Giroud was terrible in that one. Training on the weekend, it's Saints work. one. So the rule is the opening player plays at a triangle of object balls by striking the cue ball from any position on or within the D. He or she must pocket a ball or cause two object balls to hit a cushion. Failure to do this is a foul break and will result in the balls being rebacked. The opposing player restarts again with one break shot followed by one visit.
So what you were saying is actually wrong.
No, what I was saying is right.
You don't get the option to play two shots with a foul break. It's just a re-rack in the opposite. You're playing a break.
So why have they played that now then?
I don't know.
Are you going to put it up?
Well, no.
Oh, you're just jamming.
In the end of the day, it's like anything. We had a similar situation. I know little stories for our online. 11 viewers going down.
Up. I mean, last time we had 30 viewers. So.
That's very true. Yeah, it's just they're just warming up at the moment. They're waiting for the 3-all decider, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the semi-final at the Bent Brief, we had an incident where it was 3-all over the reffing. No, sorry, it was 3-2 to make it 3-all. A player was refereeing and he didn't touch the pocket, so the opposing team didn't see him touch the pockets. They didn't think that he nominated. So the other player played it down the line.
Should have scored another goal for Arsenal. It's 2-0 Arsenal against Marseille. Yeah, carry on with it.
Yeah, the player played it down the rail, put it in the pocket. It was obvious he was going for that pocket, but the other team kicked up a stink that he didn't actually nominate it. And the point was he didn't nominate it and it should have been loss of frame, but after asking the team who could have claimed the frame, they admitted that yes, it was an obvious shot, it was obviously going in that bag, and in that situation, why win an entire semi-final on a technicality? Why not make it 3-all, go to the decider and play pool like we all want to play pool? And sometimes common sense prevails. That's what I'm trying to say.
So did it go 3-all?
It went 3-all and they played the decider and they won it.
Because of the foul?
No, the foul, effectively the foul black shot was irrelevant. It was an obvious shot. He was obviously going for that pocket. Right. The only technicality that got pulled up was the fact that the referee didn't touch the pocket. He got told which pocket he was going for. He just didn't touch it.
Right.
So when I asked him if he knew which pocket it was going in, he said yes. Did he touch it? No. And I explained to him the rule is you must touch it. As the referee, you must touch the pocket because everyone's got to be very clear where the ball's going. So obviously that caused a bit of upset.
Down to the referee.
Yeah. So I asked the opposing team if they were happy to play. The obvious shot was they were going for that pocket. They were happy to play on, and they went on and won it 3-4 free. So like I say, common sense has got to prevail. It's a friendly game,
The opposing team being
it was at the Bent Brief. It was the RBL versus the yacht one.
And the yacht were the one that played the shot in the last.
No, the RBL played it.
Oh, to make it
the RBL played it with an RBL ref, and the RBL ref didn't touch the pockets.
So the yacht could have got through.
The yacht could have just gone, I'm not accepting that, I'm going through, but they didn't. They took the common sense attitude, which is it was obviously not a hit and hope.
Definitely.
Which is what it comes down to.
Definitely.
If you spank the black around the table, go, yeah, I normally that pocket.
Yeah, of course.
That's blackball rules. That's not fair.
Yeah. See, now you're pushing on the blackball rule thing here. No, I don't think there's.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Common sense has to be played.
To be fair, I don't think I haven't played I've played all of last season, and I've played so far 3 games this season.
In the singles league.
In the singles league,
yeah.
And there has not been one spot in any single game where someone spanked the black around the table and potted it.
Yeah, but you've got a different class of players.
That's like nearly 150 frames of play.
Yeah, but against people who want to play pool, who are not just part of a team because they might get a frame every so often. That's the difference. That's the thing that we've got to think about when we think about changing the rules. Is that we've got people who play on a Tuesday or Thursday just for fun, no other reason. They don't want to be big players, they don't want to play for Hampshire, they don't want to play internationally, they just want to have a little knockabout in their local on a Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
and to change all the rules and make everything really complicated for them, which obviously the nominating fouls, the full ball fouls and all that sort of stuff.
It does cause complications at the start. Yes, will improve the league.
Yes.
I agree, but
I agree, but we've got to. we've got to consider those that have been in the league forever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, only play
like
it for
for
fun.
example, the team that are playing in the final tonight, which is the Brass Monkey.
Mm.
Been in the league for a very, very long time, as long as I can remember.
Mm.
I've been in the Prem since I was, what, 16? 8 years ago?
Yeah, a long time. Yeah.
And
You've only got to go to
season-
their pub. We'll show you next Thursday when we go to the pub. We'll show you their trophy cabinet. It's very impressive.
Definitely. I mean, I remember going there when I was playing for the Bridge. First season we got into the Prem. Me, my dad, who was at 80 Watts, Dave Hughes, Mark Sims, Tony Hayes, Al Fag, Paul Lawrence. Just to name a few. Used to play in every, like, B team Hampshire, A team Hampshire, C team Hampshire. My dad was C team Hampshire captain in the World Rules situations, and we dominated the season. That first season we was in it, we won the league. And then Brass Monkey won it the second season. We come runners up.
Yeah.
But we were a lot of group of lads that went out and just had a drink and had a good old time. Enjoying pool, which is what it's supposed to be.
That's what this league's all about.
Definitely. There's me reminiscing on it all.
Yeah. I'll have the wavy lines in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the match.
Back to the match. Yeah. So yeah, there was a quick intake of the chairman's views on changing the rules. And we're in here with Malvin. Looking like he's going for a clearance.
He's got a good chance, I think.
Definitely. He puts this red in the corner, he flicks the yellow away, which then creates two open pockets. Puts the yellow on the cushion. Leaves it safe. I think he's looking at where the yellow's going to go. I mean, if he catches this right, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, really. Looks like his clearance on. Could be 2 shots away from making it 3-0 to the last point at Old Farmhouse side. This is the first pot. He's a run shot on the black. He's nominated the corner there. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it, and that's the Brass Monkey in for a chance here. Wolfie could have this. He's got it in him.
Surely a mere formality.
Possibly. Anything can happen in pool. Anything can happen in pool.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And he's on the black,
good
one
shot.
black on nominate, just to make it 2-1 for the Brass. That's it! And now the Old Farmhouse have got a fight in their hands. The Brass have woken up. Now we go into 2 doubles. Giroud. No, Wilshire scored 2. Yeah? Yeah, Wilshire scored the second one, yeah. Why can't he score some more for England? Yeah, right. He played 121. He played 121. Rodriguez. No, who did he won? It was I don't think he was on the bench, you know. I must have been hallucinating. Was it in the green? Oh, sorry. I don't know why Hodgson took the llama off. Or why Pochettino took him off at the weekend.
You're lining them up and I'm just necking.
Oh, yeah, I'm ahead of you. I had 3 or 4 for the chapel as well.
Wobbly bike ride. Right, what have we got? It would. It will. It will. They step up again.
Who?
Brass.
They do.
When they start getting a little bit beaten down, they step up again.
Yeah, who's this Wolfie?
Wolfie and Martin, is it?
Martin, yeah. Well, that's Martin. Yeah, that's Martin as well, is it? Oh, God. 2 Garys, 2 Martins, 2 of that. Database can't cope.
Yeah, yeah. Email everyone. I've looked at the Facebook page and the latest is on there.
No updates for everyone?
Got 4 emails, so something's going on.
What a farmhouse! I just re-looked at Dottie Murphy's message, the first one. Come on, Ace, will you get on with it and get on with it? And where the fuck did you get that pink dishcloth lol? Get on with it and get on with it? Makes a lot of sense.
That's like hurry up and hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up and hurry up, yeah. So we still haven't had any interviews yet. We're probably likely to get an interview from Melvin Heritage on the win of the old Farmhouse if they win.
Right, so who have we got playing at the moment? Wolfie and Martin versus Reg and Tinks. Interesting combination.
Reg and Tinks. A very interesting combination.
Relatively new addition to the old Farmhouse team.
Yeah. Reg being the attacking player. Tinks being the defensive player. And once again, if you didn't know, because he played in the singles, he has got my cue that I sold to him. For £90 after I spent 50 on it 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, something like that.
I heard you had a pool win the other day as well, not a pool win, a poker win as well.
I had a deep run in the main event, yeah.
That's 90 quid, $90 is $90.
I know $90 is $90. I mean, there was 65,000 players in the tournament, and I come 2,000. Brilliant.
Cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
okay, I'm just going to get food. I'll be back in a minute.
I'll carry this conversation on by myself. looking out the window here at the Smokers Lounge. It's nice to see the old Farmhouse players and the Brass Monkey players out there just enjoying a little conversation. Long time friends. No hard feelings in any frame.
Couldn't believe it, those bank balls. I think it's been going to the branch in town, because obviously that's nearer to where she works, she goes at lunchtime, which was fine, but they didn't do anything. She went on a Saturday morning, went to the branch in Bitterne. Women just give her that form, give her all this information.
You knew what to do basically.
Yeah, straight away. Yeah, well, yeah, everyone else Instead of playing on this table, do bloody
Not yet, that's right, but... Not yet, I ain't said that, but...
If anyone does want to know, Field West lays good floors, right? His company's called West Floors. You thought I was going to say something different then, didn't you? Bill, £100 would get you better advertising than that. Stop advertising.
15 people have just gone, I don't care.
15 people just left the street because of that. You watching a baby being born?
That's the advert on the Eastream channel.
Is that what everyone else is watching now?
No, it's just because I've just logged into it. Here's an interesting fact for you. Of all the Tuesday divisions, tonight there is at least one game in every division being played, and in some divisions two, because of the rearrangements.
Yeah, Chapel.
Yeah.
Who they play against?
No idea. I said a little flick through. There's a game. There is a game going on in every division tonight. And of the 17 people that are watching, don't forget next season the rules change. If you want to rearrange a game, you can, but it must be played before the end of the first half of the season, or before the beginning of the last game of the season. That way everybody knows at that last night where they end up in the league.
Good shot. Very good shot.
That stream's not too bad. A little bit jerky.
Yeah, but not too bad.
Put it back down to 15 frames a second.
Yeah, I saw, yeah.
It's good to count angles, Paul, that's what it is. It's not what she said there.
Interesting shot. Could he be about 7 ball? He's about to 7 ball.
He's on there.
The old Farmhouse tinks, and Reg will not be happy.
Oh! Wow.
What a rattle. One of the best tables in the league.
Pot from the base. Reg is stepping up to the table there. No.
In this sort of situation, what do you count on him doing? Clearing up or stitching up?
I wouldn't like to watch him go through clearance here.
Black's in a hell of a place.
I mean, there is a clearance on, right, but it's still the early trying to pull it off.
Quite an easy stitch, plenty of reds to hide behind.
Definitely. I think Malvin, being a stitching type, will want them to stitch him.
Too busy eating. Not through, you didn't even realise they're paying for.
He normally eats the bone.
You know in Star Wars when they regenerated Jabba the Hutt in CG? It's just like...
Come on, you can't say that about Melvin Errors.
I'm not talking about Melvin, I'm talking about Star Wars in general. It was an awful decision to turn it into CG.
Oh yeah, exactly. When they first made Jabba the Hutt in the CGI, yeah.
Yeah, it was awful, because it was plastic, wasn't it?
It's nothing to do with you, Mel. So
oh, he's gone for a interesting little tuck up there. Yeah, he did it. I think he fancies a swerve shot.
off the cushion. Fit it off the cushion. Yeah! And we've levelled this game up. Huh? This game's been levelled up with 2-2 here. And the France Monkey have got momentum now.
I'll certainly be rewinding the tape on that one, have a little look at what the last shot was before the black went down. That was a weird one.
Why?
Did he cover it? I thought he'd have covered it.
Come off the cushion, didn't he?
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was simple, wasn't it?
Oh no, I saw the black going, I just didn't see the shot before that. I didn't see why he left it. Sure.
I think the reason being is obviously Reg is a very attacking player. He'd want to go for some kind of clearance.
Yeah.
The same ball. I think Tink's one of them to just roll up behind the red. If he rolls up and touches the red perfect, that's it. He can't play the shot that he just did. Where he's played it with a little bit too much pace, he's left an opening for him to come off the cushion and put it back. I mean, those little shots can be costly in these frames. And that has levelled it up for the March Monkey. And they're back in the medal.
Milk Smasher, signing the card. I'm not too sure Wessex clothing were that impressed with having to embroider that one, actually.
Yeah, so it's Milk Smasher and Tommy Davis. Interesting. Going up against Gary Biddleton a minute. Biddleton.
Yeah, Bids is screwing his cue together.
It looks like Anthony Daly as well.
Not sure.
No? Is that not Andy? Gary and Gary, isn't it? Is it Gary and Gary?
There's 3 Garys on the team. So the chances are yes.
yeah. But there's 7 players and out
3 of
of the
them are
7,
with Gary.
3 of them are with Gary. So we could be up for a Gary with Gary then.
Oh, what a Gary on.
What Gary on we got there? Gary. There's Melvin, there's Aaron Pello. Practicing there. It's funny that he practices his potting practice. And when you watch him play in the game, he just stitches all the time.
Yeah.
He rarely pots. Terry giving him a bit of abuse.
Oh, this is a referee, baby.
Yeah.
I'll take a walk on that, right?
Yeah, you take a ball under.
It's a point in the game.
You take it.
Yeah.
Make sure you take a walk home, Phil West. Don't drink and drive.
Smoke and fly.
Smoke and fly instead. I don't think you was into that sort of thing, Peter Elliott. You smoked, do you?
No, never touched the stuff.
Really? Only once when he was in high school.
High school. I went to school in England.
Oh, did you?
Secondary school.
Secondary school. No, he didn't go on to third degree college then, or whatever it was.
Third degree college. You're thinking about Burns.
Third degree Burns, that's what I was thinking of. So it's Gary Biddlecombe and Martin Geddes.
Oh, it is Martin,
against Aaron Pello and Tommy Davis.
Yeah.
This is going to be an interesting game. Because depending on who wins the toss.
Funny thing is, I reckon you could be in for a breaking dish to an extent. I reckon 6 balls down, if they break and pop, either players are in break and pop, you got at least 6 balls down.
Depends.
All very capable players.
If it's the old Farmhouse, you've got the option break, Tommy D, breaking and dishing, I can see it happening. But any of the 2 playing for the brass, I can see it happening. Pello's more of a containing player, isn't he? He won't go for it, he'll set it up.
It's there though. Who's breaking?
It's a foul break. Yeah, it's a foul break. one more at the cushion. If you want to call on the rules, just it's up. If it's a foul break, you called it. It's a reback. It's a reback. One shot on the break, and then one visit.
Always got two from there.
No, that's not the rule. It's in the rules. It's just a reback.
It's a reback. Foul break's a reback.
If you looked it up on the last time it happened.
Yeah, last time we were having an hour about what happened. No, he gets two from there, Pete. Or he gets a reback. It's his choice. Yeah, I know. We were talking about it when he carried on.
And it was in the rules. There's a reback altogether. Peter, your show. Your rules say it's a reback. And it's one shot.
That's what we're talking about. He was
reback and their break.
That's not what they do. They get a choice. You don't get a choice. It's a reback.
Aaron, you've got his white. You've got one shot after that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's two shots.
It's not two shots carried. It's just one break. If you pot it at all, you've only got one shot still.
I'll tell you what, we're going to have to talk about it.
Yeah, in the AGM. When is it?
Yeah. Well, when we got enough input, then we'll do one.
The problem is the way we sit at the moment, we have enough AGMs as it is. Me, Paul and Steve talk to each other all the time.
Well, it's not an AGM, it's like a constant...
It's a constant ongoing dialogue that we talk to each other.
But no one else is willing to partake in having an AGM.
They'll spout off. They'll spout off and give their opinion and this, that and the other on Facebook. But actually come out for an evening, go to a venue and make your representation in person is a different matter altogether.
Well, I'll quite happily step up and take a point. That's
as long as you get a microphone.
Of course, if I get a microphone, I'm happy days. That's four of us. How many do we need to make a decision in the AGM?
We don't need. Well, frankly, you can't think we're making unilateral decisions, but...
This is the thing. The bottom line is the committee makes
People
decisions,
whinge about
but
it
we
and then
take
they don't-
on board the views of other people.
Yeah.
Hence the questionnaire. We gave everyone a questionnaire, and we want you to fill it in. We want people to tell us whether they think the D rule should stand. And at the moment, it's looking the wrong way. It's looking like the D should be just cast aside. It's behind the line.
Yep.
Some of the responses we're getting are that after a phase you better move to white, which is an interesting one. That's a real contention.
It's hard to put into your rules though because of the fact that
but it
shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be able to move one way or the other.
Exactly. It shouldn't be happening because of every time you get a two-shot situation. It shouldn't be happening.
We've got at least one player and other players in our group that also play in the division that are now competing at national or county level and are playing by a set of rules.
Yeah.
We don't have a set of rules because our rules have been cobbled together by various people over a number of years.
Tweaked and changed based on what we thought was majority verdict.
As a point to discuss, do we adopt a set of rules? It's on them. Do we adopt a set of rules and say, right, we are now going to adhere to black rules or world rules or whatever it is, and then move forward from there? Because I don't see how it's sustainable to carry on cobbling the rules.
If you look at this foul
So the
break,
committee member here is saying that it's not sustainable to stay with the logical rules that we have
look at
together.
Look at what's just
but
happened.
to choose between maybe going world rules or black rules.
Well, no, not
Because
necessarily.
there's no actual rules that stipulate that you can't hit a cushion after a shot.
No, there's
in
not.
most of the rules now.
No.
So the rules are there's only two sets of rules now, which is the world rules and the black rules.
Yeah, this is
Black rules have been thrown out.
This is where Paul. Yeah, this is where
Black
Paul has
rules
moved on, and the
have been
SRPL hasn't.
Exactly.
This is the problem. Yeah.
So even the committee member is saying the same sort of thing, but is it going to affect a lot of the players that are playing in the league?
Yeah, this is what we were
Because
talking
of
about
the
earlier,
fact
wasn't it?
that
The fact that
they've been playing for so long.
they've played it for donkey's years. Even the brass monkey players, they've played it for a very long time. To change the rules may cause them to drop to the bottom of the Prem, bottom of the first, and just slowly work their way down the league because they're not used to the rules that they're playing, and everyone else is adapting and they're not. And I'm not saying the brass monkey that would happen, but I'm just saying a team may not adapt, and it won't be fun anymore. All of a sudden they'll be getting the rules played against them because they're not used to them. It will take time. People will eventually get used to, you know, the whole white ball moving, the whole total snooker, the whole hitting a ball after hitting the cushion after you hit an object ball.
So what you do, I think the best way you can probably try and do it is trying to graduate it in.
Which is why we've done
what
the
the social league
questionnaire.
have done. What the social league have done, right? They brought in. I think it's completely now changed. Well, I don't know if it's for. I put my hands up now. I ain't admitting to the fact that I know that it's definitely changed to world rules,
Yeah.
but it is very, very close to world rules now.
Yeah, yeah.
They've pretty much been on close.
Which is a perfectly legal shot in our rules.
What was that? I missed that. So, what, the break?
Fucking up behind the red.
The touch. Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
So it creates a very, very passive game, and it's not very, very aggressive. And that's what causes 7 frames to go on for so long.
Well, that's one of the questions. Should we allow doubles partnerships to talk no matter what? They can talk forever?
Well, no, because
How long have we got? Yeah, well, this is the problem. We've got games going on till midnight because the doubles players are talking about it so intensely that when they play their shot, it doesn't actually make any difference. They don't do it perfectly. Therefore, the whole conversation was null and void. How about ball stop moving, you stop talking, get on and play your shot?
exactly.
That's an option. That is an I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's an
a very
option.
good option, and it has to be put out there the right way. I mean, if for example you decide to start engaging these rules that well, let's take for example the main rule. Of course I'm allowed to be here.
If you're not going to drink now,
What's in front of me, yeah?
if you're not going to drink now, I'm going to drink it for you.
No way, I'm trying to nick this while I'm talking to you.
Right, I'll tell you what then.
Are you getting
Based on,
Yeah, I'll get you.
oh, you're a star.
You're going to go up and get
You want me to go and get it? You want me to get away from the mics and talk about me?
No. You carry on the conversation with me.
You're going to get me one day.
Let's just quickly, we'll leave the conversation in this. Basically, the 2 rules we've got set in place now that are being played at this precise moment in county are world rules. See you later, Terry. Take it easy, yeah. Yeah, you got to get on the news stream and get and watch it, right? We just come. Get off my point, will you? Yes. Trust me, yeah. I don't want you to put your teeth in it either. Gosh, Peter's gagging for a point here.
I'm now.
Right, but what the point is I'm making is that world rules and black rules are the 2 main rules being played in county, left, right, and centre.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Biggest part of the rule is the hitting the cushion after every shot.
Yep.
Right, now that will change the game altogether. Just putting that one rule in.
Yes. Absolutely.
So why not next season, for example? Maybe we've got until January.
No, but the season after you can't change them once people are registered. That's the problem.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we change it. We change it. Put the point in middle of the season that one of the rules is going to be you have to hit a cushion after you play your shot, unless you pop. That way it graduates in because
this is why I've done the questionnaire. I've done the questionnaire to gauge an opinion this time of all the teams that are in the league. So they're giving me their opinion based. There's only a few questions there. It's very simple. There's a few there that we've got to contend with. One of them being that new tables don't have Ds. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
you go to a pub and they get a new table in, it hasn't got a D, they've got to request a D gets put in. And some of the table manufacturers just won't do it because there is no D in any of the rules that are used.
And
so we're asking the question, what would you do? And the individual teams that are in, what would you do if there was no D? It seems the general consensus is play from behind the baulk line, which is fair enough, that's what's in most rules. Or imagine where the D is, you can see the confusion and the arguments that's going to cause, and play from there.
Of course,
so we're asking these questions
based tiny D on the fucking table.
Yeah, so we're asking these questions hoping that people will give us sensible answers and that we can then base our judgments for following seasons. Definitely not this one coming, we're not going to make any changes this season. other than obviously the 10 teams division and the whole rearrangement rules and all that sort of stuff, all the actual fundamental rules of the game will not change this season. We're not going to change them without telling people they're going to change as of this registration. You are registering for a league that is using these rules, and that won't happen until the end of next season.
I think, to be fair, within the graduation of 2 or 3 years, the rules will change eventually into one or the two, one or the other.
You're looking at two very experienced teams playing tonight, and both of them thought that because it was a foul break, they had the option to play 2 shots. And you've only got to go on the website and have a quick look, like me and Ryan did on the first instance. We went on the website, had a look, and it doesn't say that. We've inherited these rules, and the rules state it was a foul break, they must re-rack. They didn't. Both players agreed to it, and that's where we got into the conversation about everyone was happy. It wasn't a problem. No one's going to argue the toss later on. It was just both players were happy. Fair enough. Played 2 shots. But it would appear that the brass monkey broke then and foul broke. Foul broke. So it would appear that they intentionally foul broke, so that the old Farmhouse had to either play 2 shots or re-rack. So they obviously don't have an understanding. They're a very experienced team. Didn't have an understanding that the actual rule is a foul break is a re-rack.
Exactly. And now the rules in world rules is that 4 balls have to hit the cushion, and the rules in black ball rules,
2 got to pass the centre
2
line.
ball have to hit the cushion and 2 ball have to pass the centre line.
You've got to give them a fair whack.
So it's
understable
going to have to be one or the other, because
yeah.
to be at the end of the day, what's going to happen in the end is these rules are going to change to incorporate some kind of world rules or black ball rules into it. Right now, these could be set up to maybe be played by just Southampton players, right, and be our own set of rules.
They are. I mean, even the singles league is their own set of rules. They don't have the timer. They're an adaptation of black ball rules.
That's a good shout, because
they don't in some of the black ball competitions either.
That's true. Because it's too much hassle to do it.
They didn't have the time on that.
No, exactly.
Yeah, in Malta. Yeah, exactly.
So there's that one.
As long as everyone's clear on which rules are being used, I think there's not a problem.
There's also discrepancies in the black ball rules. I think, for myself, if you're going to play a skill shot, it should be announced that you're playing a skill shot, not just play the shot and pot it. I know that a lot of world rule players, that like to play world rules, don't like the fact that the black ball rules has the rule where you can play a skill shot where you can pot your ball and pot your opponent's ball. Yes, fine. It's a viable rule, but I feel that it should be announced that you're playing it. So then it's known to you that the skill shot's being played, rather than it being called a fluke.
So you don't nominate or anything.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is one discrepancy. But the rules that they play make the great game progress and be played quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So for example, for tonight, rather than if these rules were to change, rather than playing 7 frames, right, 3 singles, 2 doubles, 2 singles, we could end up fitting. I remember playing Interleague in the World Rules, starting at 8:30, finishing just before 11 o'clock, and we were playing 18 frames.
This is the thing. This is just something we got.
Frames a pool, and it was World Rules.
Yeah, we got berated about the fact that we were doing two lots of doubles competitions in one night, and there wasn't enough time to play the frames. There potentially isn't. If everyone takes their time over every shot, there isn't enough time to play 4 matches in one night. You've got to just play 4 people at one pub down to 1, or down to a pair. You know, there just isn't enough time. That's the problem, because the game is so slow. Especially if you get a tap break and a slow play and a lot of talk.
Okay, we'll leave it at this point for you to go and get me a beer, right? But at this point, right, one of the rules that should be brought in is the rule about hitting the cushion unless you pot a ball. So hitting the cushion after you hit the object ball unless you pot.
Yeah,
that should be one rule, because that will speed up the game in itself. So you can keep the game to the rest, nominating pockets, you are the same colour you are when you pot off the break, blah blah blah, whatever the other rules are, whatever. But that one rule could speed the game up a little bit quicker, and then you may find that players and teams are finishing at at like 9:30, 10 o'clock and going, well, we want to be more friends because we've come out for a night out.
Yeah.
We've got another hour and a half before the pub shuts.
Yeah, this is
Then that's when you turn around and say, right, so now we've quickened it up. We'll have one more rule in, but we'll extend it to 9 friends.
Yeah, you could
over
do.
the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, you could.
You just review it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
6 singles and 3 doubles.
Yeah. I think so. We can
Review
do
it that way.
Yeah.
But eventually, we will get
We'll get there,
SRPL
we'll get there, we'll get
into
there.
a decent state, and people will love to play.
Half
for
the
us.
battle is we can't change rules halfway through a season, and we certainly can't change them on a whim because we'll alienate too many people.
And the other thing is as well, also, is that you, what people don't understand is that you and Paul Elmstad and Steve Farrow, and I wouldn't mind having to pop in, helping out with the committee as well, is you're doing this all voluntarily.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Fine, it,
Yeah, exactly. You're doing it. You're not getting paid for this. So why should you take the pressure off of getting pressure from people in the rules sense? This looks like it could be a Thursday. Anyway,
Right.
all the sausage.
I need a wee.
You can go for a wee when you go to the pub. So just put one into me, yeah? Just pull it over to me and say it. Go on. Do you agree with that?
I think I'd like to see it probably social clubs we play sort of world, we're not totally going.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have, I did silver and cowl and things like that.
Yeah, that's so yeah. Taking time to do it.
Cheers, man. 560.
Well, you said you need to go to Wing as well. I just forgot. Yeah, I bet you did.
This is a difficult shot there to be honest.
yeah. No, it just really, it's that Adrian is inconstant. That's what I'm going to say. Inconstant, yeah. I can't put consonant on this part as well, isn't it? Asia, Africa... Inconstant. Oh, consonant.
One point which is a group now is some of that challenge. It's an interesting one, of course.
What, they played Paul Miller, and played Danny Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, not doing well.
Really, really nice guy as well.
I've got Kenny.
Yeah. He's a good laugh, he is. He's a good laugh.
He asked me what bus it gets.
When you tell myself, I drive. Yeah.
I said, I know the number 7 goes across Cobden Bridge. I know where it comes from, where it goes to, I don't know.
Brilliant. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It must have changed in 20 years as well. Just same as technology has, isn't it? Was Paul Elmstad's way? Plan easy. Do you have any comments on Facebook? Star Wars? Who's talking about Star Wars?
Jabba the Hutt.
Oh right, yeah, of course, yeah, Jabba the Hutt. That was actually Peter Elliott's pun at Melvin Herridge. He's shaking his head and going, no. if anyone agrees with some of the comments that he's made, or wants to get involved in the discussion.
It's still 2-2, isn't it?
Yeah, it is 2-2. If anyone wants to get involved in the discussion, we'll make some comments on Facebook. And we'll have a shout out band down by the champion up the Gardens.
Oh, they're playing tonight, I think.
4-0 and we won what? 4-0 and we won the league. Whoop, whoop. Guardians won the league? They ain't in our league. Oh, Tuesday, sorry.
What was the score? Gardeners versus Shirley Hotel then?
If anyone wants to post it on Facebook.
Plenty of matches playing tonight as well as this one.
How did the chapel get on? I did say I'd give them a shout out.
Nothing.
Up the old farmhouse, what was that? From Sam Weldon? Up the old farmhouse, well done, Harry Allen. Never going to lose. Unlucky, Anthony Davey got a rush of blood on that red over the hole. Up the old farmhouse. Okay. Well, we got up to 24 viewers now. I think we got 30 last time, didn't we?
36
Was it 36?
Best ever.
Yeah, best ever. Yeah. Well, hopefully, of these 23 now we've got on, of these 23 viewers, hopefully we get the same viewers plus on Thursday.
Thanks for your like, Drew. Are you coming back or are you still here? I don't even know if you're here actually.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone, is he? Is he not coming back?
I don't think so. What did he say? Rules talk has nothing to do with RBL.
Oh no, we agree. Yeah, we weren't singling out the RBL at all.
At what point did we single out the RBL?
That's true, actually. Yeah.
We discussed the rules.
No.
Explain, Drew Farmer. We never put out the RBL. Was the only point. At what point did we do that?
I don't think we did.
No, it come up because of that. Yeah. Never made no comment about RBL. But if we are going to make a comment about the RBL, I do think that they put up a good what can you call it? What can you call it? They put up a good example of teams, for example, that are turning up at 25 to 25 and expecting games on tables. And games are supposed to start at 8:30.
Who'd have thought
The
that?
time is stipulated 8:30. And granted, we in the UPC, we played against the RBL this season, and they turn up to our place at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they want to knock about on the table? Quite happily, we let them have a knockabout on the table. And they are perfect examples of teams that will turn up on time to make sure they can get a practice on the table, rather than being teams that turn up late and then expect to play it on at 9:15. Very funny comment.
So anyway,
Drew.
complaints at drew.rbl.
yeah. Drew.rbl.iamthebest.com. Okay, Drew. Good
I'll
show.
tell you what though, I did watch his frame in Malta that he posted online the other day. It's a good frame. No, it's a good frame.
Yeah. Don't say no.
Stop shaking your head, Ryan.
I was not shaking my head then. No. Very, very well done, Drew.
Yeah, mate. That's a hell of an achievement to get over to get invited to go to another country to play for you.
And the way how well he done as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, please repeat. Please.
Drew.England at rbl.com.
Yeah. Please let us know. I can't remember looking at many posts on how many frames overall he won. I know it kept getting updated.
It was 17 of 21, wasn't it?
Was it 17 of 21?
Was that frames or games? I don't know.
If Drew can let us know.
Is this proper interactive?
Steve Farrow's just put. What did he put?
What to watch? Ryan on SRPL or Joey Essex on Celebrity?
I'll tell you what, Steve Farrer, you can shut up, I swear. I am nothing like Joey Essex. Ask me any question you like. I ain't going to get it wrong.
You can count them in right.
Yeah, I'm good at counting. And I know that Wales borders England, not Russia. I won 17 frames out of 24, Peter Elliott. Well done, Drew.
See, I was paying attention.
To only lose 7 frames out of 24 is brilliant. Well done, Drew. To only lose 7 frames out of 24.
Oh, 7, I thought you said 17
God,
you were being really
you
cheeky.
are seriously losing your head, yeah? To lose 7 frames out of 24
for your
is
country.
fucking brilliant. Yeah, at country level, national level, it's brilliant. 3-2 now to the old Farmhouse. Who's it, bro? Yeah, we kind of sidetracked away from that game because we knew it was going to be a little bit of a long one. But the old Farmhouse are 3-2 up, going into the last 2 doubles. 2 singles, sorry.
Oh, this is easy, Steve. IQ test between Ryan and Joey Essex. How many sides does a square have?
4.
He wins, yeah. Joey Essex thought it was 6.
Right, okay. How
Do you know how to blow your nose?
Yeah, I know how to blow my nose.
It's 2-0 to Ryan.
Yeah, this is one I watched the other day on Facebook. Actually, it was today. Right, he's on the Keith Lemon
on the Celebrity Juice, yeah.
He's against Helen Flanagan.
Mm.
He gets asked, how many eggs do you buy if you buy a dozen?
Oh yes, I saw this.
He ripped back on the bit of paper a dozen. He thought it was a trick question.
Technically true.
Yeah,
the answer is Ryan Watts.
12.
Well done. It's 3-0 to Ryan.
If you're a baker, it's 13.
That's true, but bakers don't sell eggs. Well, they might do. They make bread.
Yeah, but a baker's dozen is always 13.
Well, you know, your bakers, they're only in it for the dough.
Oh, that's just... Oh, no. Oh, come on. That was terrible.
Question for Drew Farmer. Pentagon, Ryan, how many sides?
Pentagon, 5.
Oh.
I'm too good.
We'll just wait for another question.
Anyone want to put any more questions?
Yeah.
Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. What is it? How do you spell it then?
You were nearly right the first time.
Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Yeah, that's what I said. O-M-N-I... something else.
Anyway, back to the game. Let's turn this around.
Let's turn this around to the table. Keep coming in with your questions. We'll see if Peter Elliott knows any of them as well.
Oh yeah.
He hasn't answered any yet.
Who's a stitch up? He's been friends someone I know's been watching it. What you saying? We've been saying?
Oh no, we said when you moved to the Children Dagger, SAD.
Oh yeah.
Instead of stitch up cunts, you'd be SAD bastard.
Yeah. Sad bastard. Yeah.
Anyway, shaggers.
Shaggers, yeah,
the shaggers.
Oh, that's gonna stick.
Yeah, it's all Spikey's fault.
Yeah.
Why are they moving to the show?
No comment.
You don't know anyway.
No, I'm not sure.
Drew, you got any more questions? Pentagon's 5. Octagon's 8. Nonagon's 9 and Decagon is 10.
I think we said you're right, aren't you?
Yes, I'm fucking on that thing, aren't I? Maths is my forte.
How many sides does 20 pence piece got?
How many sides does a 20 pence piece got? Let me just get 20 pence piece out.
Yeah, and I bet he still gets it wrong.
I'm sure. No, hang on. 5. Why would I automatically get it
Oh,
wrong?
hang on, Drew Farman has come in with what's the capital of New Zealand?
Capital of New Zealand is. Oh Christ! Don't you know? Well, the capital of Australia is Canberra. New Zealand.
It's not his ass, is it? 20p looks
7. It's on the tip of my tongue. Can I put my tongue out and you can see it?
Don't you Google it.
I'm not googling it. I'm not.
He's asking all his Facebook friends. Both of them are coming back to him now.
You prick. 7 is a 20p piece.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, you're a prick, you are. You have to fucking go 1 too far, don't you? Wellington
Wellington.
is New Zealand's capital.
I'm not actually sure. I don't know that one.
Is it not? People don't understand. Wellington is the capital of New Zealand. Thank you. I know because I just googled it.
You can read
I did
that.
it
You can
really.
read that Kenny's comment.
Kenny McGiving, yeah, Ryan, I'd like to know, my screen's a bit fuzzy. Is that a slug on Aaron Pello's lip? Is that a slug on Aaron Pello's lip? Oh, Kenny McGivern's asked if there's a slug on the top of your lip. Kenny McGivern's
Indoor voice.
Indoor voice, right?
Kenny McGivern. He said his pubes, Kenny. Kenny, he said his pubes.
It's nasal hair.
Wellington, you Google. I knew it was Wellington. I said it was Wellington. I said it was on top of my tongue, didn't I?
Anyway, moving back to the match underway.
So what's the capital of England then?
E.
Yeah, you're right. How did you get it so quick then?
So we've got Gary. Who's Gary versus Reg? Reg is definitely yellow.
Because we're looking at trying to get out of this one. This is a very great player. In situations like this, it's hard for him.
Is he going for a 2-cushion escape?
It's
Brave.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Sharp.
shot. Beautiful shot.
I do have a funny feeling that Gary will just lay another snooker for him. There's no clearance there, is there?
It's how many times do you do it until he doesn't get out of it?
No, until you get 2 shots and then clear up.
Reggie can get out of anything.
Oh, I don't know about this. Oh, it's
It's
unlucky.
not good enough.
It's good effort.
It's good effort.
Trying to sneak beyond the back.
It's going to be hard to get Reggie into a snooker because he knows his angles. He can get out of it pretty well. Kenny McGivern, I don't think that is a slug. I think it is actually pubic hair. So I've been told by Pello it is pubic hair on the top of his lip. It's wrong that I am more interested in asking you questions in the pool. Open it up, lads.
Sing some songs.
Sing some songs.
We've already been asked to be quiet. We can't sing any songs.
Yeah. What songs do you want us to sing? Or give us some more questions.
Oh, unlucky shot there by Reg. There you go. There's the 2 shots I think Gary needed. Will he take advantage?
Someone just fell down the stairs. Alex Shearer, what? Put what? Alex Shearer put what? 5-2 to the bays, I think. What? 5-2 to the bays? Up.
What? Nothing.
Stone, is he?
Oh, recording. Yeah, I've set recording.
yeah. Why did you share that with me then?
And your point is?
You didn't come outside.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were going outside. Anyway, So I've got one in, yeah?
Yes, you have, mate, yeah.
Go to the top. Days of Alex Sherrock, just put something on thing.
Oh, I couldn't see it.
5-2 to the Bays against Farmhouse. Is that going to change anything?
And if only Alex would sign his card a little bit more legibly.
Yeah, no, that's
It's like
that's not Alex. That's Stumpy.
It's Alex, the signature.
That's Stumpy. That's Martin Randall.
Oh, is it?
Is it Martin Randall or
Like a 5-year-old with a crayon.
yeah. What is that Drew Farmers just put up? Oh Farmhouse, la la la, oh Farmhouse, la la la. Not very original, but it's a start.
And we're on the black with Gary here. He's nominated top pocket. It's a great effort. That is unlucky. He's left it on the cushion. He's got two shots. Got one more shot on the back.
Good shot there.
Same pocket nominated.
He's left it yellow hard. Where was he? Just drops this in. It's not too bad because the yellow from there is
That's a
not
hell of a
very
cut.
hard
No.
pop. It's not a very
No,
easy pop.
it doesn't show it on the screen, but that is a hell of a cut.
It's very hard cut. If French gets this would be a brilliant pop.
Oh.
And I won't see. And that will make it 3-all. That will make it 3-all. Ref, brass.
Two shots to the brass.
Black in.
Pocket nominated.
He's looking up the table. Bit of comedy there. Bit of comedy there.
And as we predicted, it's 3-all. 3-all on this Tuesday final night.
So here we go. This is the deciding frame.
You're up, Paul. I'm way too pissed to see a referee.
Really? It's not what it says on Facebook. Well, Peter Elliott or Peter Arden?
Which one? Apparently both on the committee.
I've already told him he's a prick, but he still don't listen to me. I've even bought him a pint to tell him to do one, but he still ain't done one yet. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a cigarette as well. Commentary will continue.
Once Ryan gets me another beer.
Thank you! You wanker.
Alright. Yeah, I'll have one, mate.
I'll let know.
We're going for a cigarette, can you get mine in? And bring it over.
Oh yeah, you're one that's in, yeah, no worries. It's beyond words, isn't it? It's good though, it's good fun. Oh, who's up then? So, who have we got? Who's up, Harry? Tom's up. Jay, I think Paul's going to wreck this last one, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Don't be part of anything that can be blamed. Right, let's go.
Where are the players? Who's playing? 2-0. Is it Tom? No, Tom. Who's playing for Tom and don't know about the Mark. It's got to be Mark that's going to play singles. Right.
Welcome to our 22 viewers. So the last frame of the Tuesday Team Cup knockout final. It's 3-3 between the Brass Monkey and the Old Farmhouse. Just waiting for our two players to resurface and we'll get this last frame underway. Is it Gary playing? Oh, Martin's playing. Okay. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
We've already had the questions. Put the questions out there. Put the questions out there. I've already answered all the questions. Peter had it, eh? Woo! Getting all personal now, are we? Hey, getting all personal now, are we?
A little bit quiet from the commentators, please.
Yeah. Good ref in there, Paul. Any more questions coming? Let's go. Phil West, Ryan Williams, Ronaldo, mate. Looks like he's only just got home.
There's always one, isn't there? Fucking crucible.
Shut up, Steve, will ya? Yeah, us East Point Centre boys. Rowdy we are. No, Steve is. Cheers, by the way, Peter. You go and get my point.
That's only over there.
Yeah.
November, aka look like Ned Flanders month.
Apart from I don't look like Ned Flanders. It's been what, 25 days?
Dismal. Dismal weather.
Dismal, yeah. So what did I say?
Your upper lip looks like my sack.
Correct. I don't like. Sorry, I don't mean to swear then. I don't like shaving at the best of times. Now. Looks like Reg is leaving. He's had enough already. Frustrated about his doubles. Could be a long game. Good shot there from Martin. Even better shot there from Tommy D. Can you commentate for a minute whilst I go to the toilet? Whilst I use the gentleman's loo?
As opposed to usually uses the ladies. Oh, good effort by Martin there. He appears to have fluked a bit of a snooker. He should have a clear shot on that yellow below the black. He's gone for the level, sneaky. That's not going to open. That's a great shot. Nominates the middle bag for the game. The old Farmhouse clinch it 4-3. Getting lucky on that last couple
Turn the camera around. Melvin!
Word from the sponsors.
Quick handshake from everyone there.
What a game. So that's 4-3 to the extremely lucky old Farmhouse, I think. That last 2 yellows. Oh, you better do, otherwise it's all null and void. That was amazing.
Melvin.
Yeah, he's coming. Let's get the cards signed.
Take seat. I know you're the captain of the Thursday team.
Yes, hello.
And you're a player of the Tuesday team.
Yes.
How would you feel now? After your 4-3 win?
I know funny, but we should have won it earlier. We'll also say that. From the down. Yeah, we deserve the win. Yeah, of course we did.
I think you played it.
Bradley captain.
Bradley, do you want to comment on this?
Well, you're a captain. You're coming in and do this.
Okay.
Up the Farmhouse. Yeah, we should have won it. But there you go.
Yeah.
Go on, buddy. It's unlucky if you're friends. No, range off.
Yeah, definitely.
Up the Farmhouse.
Do you think you can do it next season? You can retain it next season?
Of course you will. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
We're going to win it next season. All four of us.
How do you feel about the Thursday night?
Shouldn't have come to that.
Oh. Be nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, I think
Is that a quadruple one there, is it?
we might split it. We might split it.
Quadruple one. You got a tough team. You're on an easy team, aren't you? Real smasher there.
Real baddies. We got lucky a little bit, but it was unlucky when I should have put another leg. So it goes.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Confident with your team?
Very happy.
Look at the milk smasher there. Look at that. Hey, just for you, Kenny McGivern. It's not a slug. It's actually his pubic hair.
It's more than what you got in, mate.
Yeah, it's more than what I got there. Right, hey, Melvin.
Well done, mate. Good luck on Thursday, right?
So, that pretty much concludes the Tuesday night final. The old Farmhouse managed to pull it out of the bag, win it 4-3, and they have to do it all again. Most of their team have to do it all again on Thursday when they play the Yacht in the Thursday final.
So, half an hour left. Do we fill the half an hour with some commentary?
Well, no, I'm going to click the button that turns off the live broadcast.
Really?
And upset 16 people, 15 people, 14 people. It's going down.
It's not going down yet. It's still 15 viewers.
Thanks for watching. We have recorded it. It will be on the Ustream channel. If you want to go to our Ustream channel, just go to the SRPL website, click the Ustream button, top right hand corner, and it will be in the recorded videos up there. So if you want to watch it again, for some reason, you want to hear the commentary again, then crack on.
If for some reason the commentary wasn't all that good tonight, we will have microphones next night we're on, which is
Thursday.
We'll have
Live from the Brass
microphones for that,
Monkey.
live from the Brass Monkey. We'll have microphones for that, so you'll be able to hear us loud and clear. And we can actually comment properly on the final, because tonight we are literally a mere metre away from the table, and it's hard to comment on what shots they should be playing or what shots we think they could be playing.
We'll try and get
because
some
of the
mics.
fact that
We'll try and get some mics
coaching
next.
rule that they have in the
We'll try and get some coaching,
coaching rule.
We'll try and get we'll change the coaching
We're
rules
changing
for
coaching rules for
Thursday.
next for Thursday. We're changing it.
We'll
Because I can
suspend
coach them all the way through, yeah? If I can coach them all the way through, then they'll do well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoever the team is.
Yeah.
I'll coach you Yacht to beat the old Farmhouse, yes?
Oh.
No.
So,
Good luck to the old Farmhouse and the Yacht on Thursday night, but that is next time you'll be able to catch us. Have a good night, goodbye, senorita, see you later.